Awesome.
It's
Yeah.
like you're
So
the
what are we talking about today, James? Because I didn't even know we were gonna fucking be doing this.
Your mom.
Oh, okay. Are we talking about my mom?
We're gonna talk about my fantastic day, like adventure
Okay.
of the couple days.
Oh yeah, why we are 2 days late for the fucking podcast, you piece of shit.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
you're the asshole.
Sam's bizarre adventure. So okay. So this is like 2 days ago. Okay. I get called upstairs to go and feed the cats. And I'm like, alright, I'll go feed the cats. So I go upstairs and the cat, the white one, Phoenix, he's got this long white hair. He's like a Himalayan long hair. And he comes out, and so I got the food in my hand. I'm about to feed him. Then I notice that his ass and like his hind legs, like the back of his hind legs, are completely covered in shit. Just like completely covered in shit. And I'm like, oh fuck, you know? So no one else is up at the moment. It's just me. And my sister was also like up for like a little bit, and so she was able to help me for like a little bit, but then she had to go back to sleep because she had band camp the next day. And I was like, all right, that's fucking true. You can do that. I'll just fucking do this on my own, which was a lot harder than it seemed like. So he's like, he's kind of a big cat, but like,
Tell him to fucking clean up the shit himself. God damn.
yeah, I wish. He's kind of fucking weird, right? So like, he doesn't really clean himself at all with his tongue. Like, he really only ever cleans like his face with his tongue, and that's it. Nothing else.
Wait, so what was wrong with the cat?
There was shit all over him.
Oh.
So if he had something on
Did
him,
you pick him up?
no.
Was
Well,
he sleeping on your face when you woke up?
that's
Did you eat shit?
no. That's not at all what was happening.
I'm just messing with you, Sam. I wasn't paying attention.
I could tell. So there was shit all over his ass. I was like the only one up, so I had to like pin him down. And so I had to pin him down with like one arm, and then like that wasn't fucking working. So I had to like use like my knee and like anything else I could use to like
You
help
were
him
trying to
like
crush him.
lay down.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, obviously. I was trying to crush him beneath my boot. I even had him, like, wrapped up in a towel at one point. That didn't fucking work. What I had to end up doing was, like, I had to grab his front and his back paws together in one hand and then hold him, like, upside down and then cut all of the fucking hairs around his, like, ass and his hind leg off. Because, like, there was no giving him a bath, right? Because I sent James this, but when I tried to like put him in the bathtub, he freaked the fuck out because he really does not like getting in the bathtub because he's a cat, and he scratched the shit out of me. Like, it was like the image I sent to James was after I like literally cleaned up all the fucking blood and everything. Like it was just like all coming down my neck, and like I was so pissed off.
Yeah, you sent me a picture of you shirtless, and I was like, cool, Sam. I really needed to see a picture of you shirtless.
Yeah, I sent you a picture of me shirtless with like 5 holes in my like neck.
Yeah.
You could have just shown him the neck.
Yeah, you didn't have to
Yeah,
take a
I agree.
picture of like everything. You could like zoomed in a little bit.
Sam wanted to make sure that you got to see him bare chested, James.
Yeah, I had to make sure that you saw like breasts.
Yeah, or your lack thereof.
So the next day, dawn of the next day, it's like Friday morning, and
Friday
I'm like
the
beat
13th.
the fuck up. I'm beat the fuck up from like the night before, and I get a text message, and it's from my dad, and he had asked like both of us, like Ella and I, like the night before, or not the night before, like a couple days before.
Sam,
he
your
had
dad's
asked
a
us-
freak.
Yeah, he asked if we wanted to go to Kings Island, and I didn't really want to, but I was like, all right, well, if Ella wants to, then I do. But that kind of all went out the window when he asked, and then I was just like, yeah, sure, whatever, because I was like so fucking sleep deprived that I was just like, yeah, whatever, stop fucking texting me, basically. But I didn't say the stop fucking texting me part. I was just like, yeah, whatever. And then my sister answered with, no, I'm too sore from like band camp, and I'm like, wait, fuck, it's just gonna be me going. And like it was set in stone at that point. It was just gonna be me and my fucking dad.
I mean, you
at-
can always just not go. You know that, right?
No.
I understand, Sam, because I get into situations like this and I have a hard time going back and being like, you know what, never mind, no. But you can do that. It's an option.
It was an option, I guess, but it also felt like kind of rude and kind of fucking like,
Who
you know.
cares? Just be like, Dad, I don't fucking love you anymore. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's what James did.
Literally.
Yeah, James is the asshole. So
I mean, I don't think that makes him an asshole. to be
Yeah,
honest.
I mean, he
think
was
James
kind
is
of an asshole first, so.
The
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
that
given that it's his dad, I understand. But whatever. So I'm kind of like stuck into
I
this
Jesus,
situation
Sam.
where I'm going to Kings Island the next day, and so he shows up, and I get ready to go, and I'm like, okay, well, you know, it isn't ideal, but I at least kind of get excited for this, you know. So, because it's like it's Kings Island, like it's hard to be too down about it. So I'm like, all right, let's go, let's fucking go. I'm like, yeah, I'm starting to like pump myself up for it. You know, so I get in the car and we talk for a little bit because we haven't like talked in like a fucking year because we never like see each other. So we talked for a while and then we like just listened to like the radio. There was like a there was a band, there was like a concert in West Virginia, like the nights before. Like a couple nights before, and so we were just like listening to different bands that were there. And James, why the fuck are you discording me?
He's not. He's discording the group chat, you selfish fucking egotistic asshole.
Okay.
No. Continue. I'll tell you at the end. I'll tell you at the end, Sam. God damn. I said I'll fucking tell you at the end!
For the time. But anyway, so we get there, and it immediately fucking starts raining, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. This is fucking great. I am so happy that I decided to come here. So all the rides were fucking like broken, or not broken. They just weren't on. Like they weren't like letting people on because like they were afraid that it was going to start. It was going to start like thunderstorming. It was going to start. They were afraid it would start thunderstorming. So we
Why
had,
are we only letting Sam talk right now?
Because that's how a podcast works, Malachi.
Okay, alright. Wait.
we had to wait under like a canopy for like a fucking hour, just standing there, waiting for it to stop raining. And then it does finally stop raining, and we ride a couple rides while it's like horrible fucking weather still. It's like drizzles every once in a while. And then he had like this meal plan thing. So he was like, all right, we gotta eat like X amount of food today to make this thing worth it. And I'm like, all right, cool. You see, the thing about like eating a shit ton of food and going on like a shit ton of roller coasters at the same time is it kind of does stuff to your stomach, especially when you have a really weak stomach like me.
You're
So I
just
ended
a
up feeling
fucking
really
little bitch.
I ended up feeling like really fucking nauseous, and so I told him, he's like, all right, let's see what else we can do at the park that doesn't involve riding anything. You little bit. He didn't say the little bitch part, but it was implied. So we go to this thing called like the Phantom Theater, and it was like a weird like Broadway musical thing about like one of the old rides at the park that had shut down, and I was like, this is fine. This is okay. This wasn't that bad. This could have been a lot worse. I was still trying to gas it up. James. So then the next thing we watched was like Off the Rails, the like Kings Island like BMX show, and I'm like, okay, this could be fucking cool. See a bunch of like BMX tricks, a bunch of like skateboard tricks, a bunch of scooter tricks and everything, and like some acrobatic stuff. And it was fucking horrible. Oh my god, like the BMX shit and like the like different like tricks they did, that shit was cool. But everything else about that fucking show wanted to make me rip my fucking ears out. Because, like, for some reason, they had, like, the audio for everything cranked way too fucking loud. Like, I get that, like, it's a show. You're supposed to be, like, presenting something and everyone's supposed to be able to hear it. But, like, we were in, like, one of the, like, farther, like, to the back rows, and yet it felt like we were in the front fucking row because of how loud everything was. Like, it literally made my eardrums want to fucking bleed. And then there was this weird, like, storyline thing going on, and, like, they kept fucking singing, like, the people who weren't, like, doing the BMX tricks or whatever were, like, singing and dancing the whole time. It felt like watching one of those TikToks where it was just, like, Subway Surfers gameplay and, like, a whole bunch of other shit going on in the background at the same time. Like, because it was like, oh, there's a bunch of, like, cool, like, tricks going on, but there's also, like, a bunch of people singing, and there's, like, this storyline going on, and then there's, like, a drum line, and then there's these dancers, and it's all happening at once, and it was so obnoxious. And so, like, the storyline thing was that some kid, like, was in line for Diamondback, and he got lost and got onto the stage, and he was like, oh, wow, you are the, fucking All Wheels or whatever, you're the BMX guys. I want to do that. That'd be cool. I want to do scooter tricks too. And they're like, no, kid, you can't do that. You're just a kid. Yada yada yada. And then like they're like, oh wait, no, we gotta believe in yourself. You can do it. And he's like, wow, I don't actually know if I can do it now that you guys say all that.
It'd be funny if you died at the end.
It would be.
And then he died. The end.
No, and then he comes the big scooter trick, and it's like the same tricks that literally everyone else was hitting the entire time. And it's like, I guess it's supposed to be impressive because he's like a kid, but like, he was mic'd up and everything. He had knee pads and like a helmet on. Like, he was a part of the show. Like, there was never like any doubt that, oh, is this actually like a kid who just wandered here? Can he actually do? No, it was very obvious. And it made me fucking mad, because, like, they had, like, a BMX show like that, like, for Halloween, for, like, the Halloween thing that we went to once, and that shit ruled, because, like, everyone was in costume, and, like, you know, they actually were fucking, like, focusing on the tricks and not this stupid-ass, fucky-ass storyline.
Stupid-ass, fucky-ass.
Yeah.
So, Sam, do you remember... Actually, I think I've told this before, but I don't think Malachi knows. The time where you messaged your dad instead of me, wake up ass face, and then made me apologize.
Wait, what was it?
You apologize. I just blamed you for it, and then you had to apologize if you wanted to stay over with us.
Yeah, I should have just been like, instead of an apology, I should have been like, yeah, so Sam said wake up ass face, I didn't. Go fuck yourself.
You owed me one for when I fucking lied to the principal for you, so I can...
You could have just told them I called that guy a fucking retard, and then I would have been like, no, actually, I didn't call that guy a retard, I called Sam a retard. There you go. That's your news story.
Nah, I fucking helped you out, Jay.
You didn't really help me out. I didn't really care if they knew I called you a fucking retard.
It would have been on your permanent record.
I literally do not give a shit.
I bet, man. None of
Dude,
that shit
I lied to
goes
the
on
principal
anything.
and the fucking cops before. Like, I lied to the principal and the cops and the vice principal. I literally lied to, like, a whole group of, like...
We're both just toxic fucking liars.
No, well, they believed me because I literally, like, never got in trouble or anything. About, my neighbor getting into a fight, and then I said it was because he, like, called me, like, a faggot or something. I think that was, like, the plot line. And,
Nice.
and I did it so he didn't like get in trouble with his mom. Because his mom's kind of a piece of shit. So
Yeah.
I don't know why
English teacher was proud that you wrote a story that good.
I don't know why he picked. No, he picked that out. He picked all of that out. I was like, seems very unrealistic because that kid was actually not that like mean. So I don't know. It seems a little fishy.
Fishy. Yeah, you tried to fucking gaslight the police officers that one time, and they're like, "No, I fucking know what you're doing."
Yeah, and then they figured out that I was like telling the truth.
Well,
like halfway down the road.
Didn't you try to say that they were our signs?
No, I said that we found them in the ditch, Sam.
You did something to try to gaslight them. I remember that, though.
I was like, we didn't take these from anyone's house. No, I said that we didn't steal any of these, even though technically you did rip that one out of the ground, but, like, it was not near a house, which he would... Like, that was the whole point of him coming down here, is because he was like, you fucking stole these signs out of someone's yard, and I was like, bro, we weren't even near a yard, for one.
Yeah, they were literally in a ditch, and then one was just, like, propped up in, like, the middle of the street. So, like, there's, like, a patch of grass in the middle of the street.
Not in the middle of the street, on the side of the street, you fucking moron.
That was in the middle of the street.
No,
it's like at a intersection.
No, that was not at an intersection. It was down where that old house used to be that they tore down, and it's just like a flat piece of land now. But it was not in someone's yard.
Well, yeah, we can agree on that.
And he didn't believe us until he made us like walk like halfway and then gave us a ride down to the actual location. I was like, you know what? I don't care. You can. We didn't actually even put the signs back, by the way. We just left them on a like leaning up against a telephone pole and then walked away.
Hey, we put all four of them together. One of them wasn't even a political sign. It was like a lawn ad, like a lawn care ad.
Yeah. I should have like folded them in half and like put them in my backpack after the cop left, so we could have actually done what we were trying to do.
Yeah. All right. So you wanted to talk about the writer strike, right, James? That's what Adam in the thumbnail. That's why you did that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So the writer strike's going on, and like a bunch of actors and shit are like standing up for all like, you know, the little guys, you know, like all of the less important actors and writers, you know, obviously, because there's obviously a ranking system here. But
and like, so studios can't like use actors right now to like advertise shit. So it's like, it's kind of weird. Some of the ads that have been like made for shit where they just have like
AI voices and shit.
Disney, in order to like promote like one of their movies, like the Haunted Mansion, they just had a bunch of like Disneyland like performers show up, like dressed up as like different like characters from the park to promote the thing.
I mean, like, I heard that they're gonna start greenlighting a bunch of animated projects, but they're probably just gonna cancel them immediately after the strike's over, so not too fucking excited.
Just like they always fucking do.
Yeah.
They just can't.
Yeah, I only just heard about that shit today
I think
because
animators should go on strike, because they're running into like the same fucking issues.
I agree.
So.
Well, I only just learned about the writer's strike today because one of my friends is like going back to New York and really wants to watch the fucking newer like movies that are coming out, but they aren't watching the fucking movies because of the writer's strike. Because they were like, I want to watch this movie, and I was like, well, go and fucking watch it then. And then they were like, well, I can't because you know the fucking writer's strike. I don't want to like be a piece of shit. So
Thing.
yeah.
So like, the Kings Island like weird like theater performance that I watched, there was like a running joke in which they would each like they kept like saying, oh well, you know, because we're part of the union, you have to do this. Oh, remember this is our union sanctioned like 5-minute break. And then at the end it was like, oh, I don't care because none of us are union. And then they all like just started laughing, and then that was the end.
Yeah, that's
And I
not.
was,
That's not a very
huh.
funny joke.
Yeah, I was like, huh, I think this is kind of poorly timed.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not sure.
I think what really takes the cake is that one like Disney executive saying that they're just going to wait until everyone loses their fucking houses and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably the worst thing that's came out of this.
Like, these CEOs have so much fucking money, they could literally just end this whole thing now if they just gave everyone what they were asking for, but they don't want to do that.
Yeah,
because it would,
they're saying that it's unreasonable, which I find fucking hilarious.
literally like that scene from BoJack Horseman where like the interns went on strike.
Yeah.
I'll
But
tell you one thing
I
though.
think it's a fucking horrible situation altogether.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing though.
Oh, I bet.
Cheesy Weezy.
Alright, what's the next topic, Sam?
One thing, and I don't know why. It doesn't.
That's not the
But
fucking next
I don't get a
topic.
topic. I don't get a topic.
Yeah, yeah. You get a topic. You get a topic.
All right. Let's see. What should we talk about today? What should we? Oh, did you all see that shit where the fucking the one like Republican or whatever teamed up with the one fucking Democrat or whatever, and they're trying to fight for all of the documents on like UFOs to be declassified and shit.
I mean,
No,
like,
Is that fucking RFK?
I mean,
can't
it's
remember,
like
but I find
sort
it
of
really
happening
interesting.
because like
just-
they've already declassified a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I just find it really interesting because I don't know, it's just kind of weird.
We are all curious.
I
Well,
mean-
yeah,
We're in like really weird times, though. I feel like if they like actually revealed a lot of shit, a lot of people either just wouldn't believe it or they would just completely disregard it in some way. Because like I saw a fucking conspiracy post today about wisdom teeth where they were like, actually, your body doesn't need to get rid of wisdom teeth once they start growing in improperly. You just gotta wait for it to start growing in the right way. Dentists have been lying to you for years to get your money. And it's like, really? All this shit about fucking wisdom teeth?
yeah, man, yeah.
Well, we can't
you know,
help
honestly,
people's
I bet you
stupidity.
could pull them out yourself if you really cared that much about money. You could probably just pull them out yourself. I mean, hell, I'll pull them out for people for free.
That should be your business.
Yeah. Yeah, for free, Sam, for free.
You can become a back alley doctor.
So I think
Yeah,
the
man.
worst teeth
Steal
that
people's kidneys.
like when your teeth are falling out and you're growing in like your permanent teeth, I think the worst teeth that like don't ever want to actually fall out are your back ones. Cause I've had to like go to the dentist to have them like break it apart and like pull it
Really?
out, and it hurts. Well, actually, it doesn't really even hurt. The sound of it breaking rings all throughout my fucking skull, and it's the worst shit I've ever fucking like listened
They didn't
to.
knock you out to do that?
No, I mean
Damn.
they put me on like a bunch of drugs and shit, but
Which, by the way, you do get to choose whether or not you do that. Because when I broke my front tooth, like clean in half, I went in for them to put the fake like piece of the tooth on there, which I still have on there, and they kept trying to like put me on anesthesia or whatever. Like, they kept trying to put me on shit, basically. And I was just like, no. Like, you're not... I've already been on fucking morphine for my wrist at the fucking ER in 6th grade. You're not gonna fucking put me on anything else. I promise. And they were just like, alright, but it's gonna hurt like a bitch. And then it hurt like a bitch. And then they were done.
Well, I think there was like one time, but I don't think it was that time that they put me to sleep with.
I had like a cavity, and that's when they put me under to like pull out a cavity.
I mean, it doesn't like hurt that bad unless they're like digging out cavities, because then it's like right near your nerves and shit.
Yeah.
But if they're just pulling out like a loose tooth, then like
Yeah.
it doesn't really hurt that bad. It's just
They
the
didn't even
sound
pull-
is fucking awful.
They didn't even pull anything out. They like drilled into my tooth with
They
a fucking
they
drill.
numbed my whole fucking face, so it's not like I could feel it if it did hurt. So
Yeah.
uh
I don't know. I remember when I was like, when I went under, was that like I was like at the dentist and put like the nose on me, and I like went to sleep, and then when I woke up, I was back home, and I was in a sleeping bag in the living room on the floor, and I'm like, what? Why the fuck am I not in my bed? And my mom was like, oh, you wanted to sleep on the floor, and I'm like, and you listened to me? I didn't even remember any of that. What the fuck?
that's funny.
I had to watch fucking Sophia the First the entire day because of my fucking sister.
That show is literally ass. That's
I
probably
know.
the worst fucking shit I've ever seen.
And like, what's worse is that because like Disney Junior is like a little kids show, and they don't expect anyone to be watching it for so long, it just loops. Like, so they would show like the same like 5 things, and then they'd show those same 5 things like over again the entire fucking day. And like it kept looping, and I was like, Ella, can you please change it? It's just the same shit again. And she's like, no, you always get to choose what's on TV. This is my turn. And I was like, fuck you. I wanted to say that, but I couldn't. I was a child.
It was a shit. Wow, that is so crazy.
Hey.
Ah.
I had something to say, but your stupidity fucking ruined it.
Beezy fleazy, cheesy wheezy.
That's very interesting.
Talk some more. I'll think of
Talk.
it.
Talking gossip train. Oh, did you hear about so
Colleen Ball Liquor. Sorry.
there's been some development with Colleen Ballicker.
What the fuck does that even mean? You motherfuckers have been talking about this shit all week.
Okay, so Colleen Ballinger is like this big like YouTuber who's been like popular since like the inception of the website because of her character Miranda Sings, who is literally like it's just her, but in like a sweater and like red like sweatpants and like way too much fucking lipstick, and she like speaks in like this really fucking annoying voice. And like that's the entire character.
Sam, there's only so much lipstick that you can put on your lips, so was
Well,
it just
she-
like really bright red? Because that's not way too much
Yeah.
lipstick, that's just the color.
She put it on her lips, and then she started doing like the area like around her lip
Why?
because it's funny and quirky and random and weird. I don't know. It fucking sucked. But she was able to get like a big fan base of like children, and then she basically, like, long story short, she started like grooming those children, which is not very good. And so people started calling her out for that, and she was like, "Oh no, I can't have this." So she made an apology video using a ukulele.
Okay, I did see that, but I didn't realize that was her fucking name.
Yeah,
her name is
Colleen Ball Liquor.
Alright, yeah, what a piece of shit.
So then there was like a rumor that she was going around and like copyright claiming different videos that had the song in it, which technically wasn't true, but also technically was true because someone was doing that. It just wasn't her. It was someone using her name in order to like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, for negative press.
yeah. Sounds likely.
But recently, so H3H3, one of the channels who was claimed by this person, got like legal papers sent in by supposedly her lawyer. They don't know if it's like actually her lawyer or not, but it looked pretty legitimate, and like it was a cease and desist about like and like they were like requesting a retraction too, that they like, but like the entire time, like they had never said definitively if it was in fact her. They were like, you know, there's a good chance that this is just someone using her name. So like, there's not really much of a case against them. But you know, just how it is.
H3H3 should take her to court.
I mean, they've won court cases like that before, so
I
yeah.
know. Well, what's the next topic, Sam, you fucking piece of shit?
Alright, are you ready to play this week's big game? This week's Sam's big game?
What's it called?
It's called Am I the Asshole? I'm gonna read
Why?
you
Why is it called that?
Because it's a subreddit. Malachi, shut the
Why?
fuck up. Shut the fuck up!
There's a subreddit
Just
on
make
Reddit.
me calm down.
Jesus
There's
Christ.
a subreddit on Reddit called Am I the Asshole? I'm going
Okay.
to read a post on there, and then you're
Okay.
gonna rate it out of like 0 to 10 on a scale of 0 to 10 on how
Well,
bad.
okay then.
No,
how
no,
much you think this person is.
no, shut up. We just have to
And
be
then-
like, are they the asshole? Yes or no? It doesn't have to be that
Well, I
complicated, you
can't
fucking
rate it.
piece of shit.
Well, you could just rate out of 10 too.
No. That doesn't make any fucking sense, Sam. I would just be like, yes, this person's an asshole. No, this person is not the asshole. That's...
Alright, fine. We'll do it James's way, the
That-
least interesting way.
That, the other way's not interesting. It's just more fucking convoluted for no reason.
Hey man. Hey man. Hey
Ah.
Okay.
man.
Ah, fuck you.
Alright, so this was posted by u/crafty apartment 754.
Ooh.
Alright.
Alright.
This happened last night. Obviously, this is a burner account. Oh wait, okay, I didn't read the title. The title is Am I the Asshole for Not Caring About My Wife's Stolen Phone?
Oh.
Alright. This happened last night. Obviously, this is a burner account. A couple of days ago, we successfully closed on our first house. We, my wife, will call Brenda, female 37, and me, male 37, spent that time and all day yesterday moving in. In the late afternoon, we finally had everything moved in. I was taking selfies with Brenda and our son. We were also trying to include her parents, who will also live with us. Some guy was riding his bike on the sidewalk and stopped in front of the house. He offered to take my phone and take a group photo for us in front of the house. Now, sometimes you just get sus feelings about situations and or people. When I took a look at this guy, I thought to myself, there's no way I'm giving him my phone. I smiled and waved, thanking him for the kind offer, but we already had plenty of good pictures. Brenda, however, disagreed and thought a group photo in front of the house was a wonderful idea. I gave her a look and said, no, we didn't need one, so I'm not going to give him my phone. She scoffed at me and said she has her own phone. I tell her to not give him your phone. We have plenty of pictures. Ignoring me, Brenda walks over to the guy and hands him her phone. As she's walking back towards us, the guy immediately books it. Brenda gives chase, but doesn't get very far very fast. She comes back to me and just loses it. She starts yelling about me, about how I did absolutely nothing to stop him and attempt to chase after him.
I
She's
mean,
crying. Her
technically
parents
that's
are
not
really
true.
upset.
He
Which,
did something to stop him. He told her not to give him her phone.
her parents are also really upset, which starts to upset the boy. She asks me why I didn't do anything. I tell her that I did. I told you not to give him the phone, and that makes her even more mad. I'm sitting here with StarCraft on one screen and Reddit on the other, just replaying this whole thing in my head. She's been giving me the cold shoulder all day and won't talk to me. I'm starting to feel like maybe I could have, I don't know, stepped in front of her, maybe told him to leave. I don't know. Am I the asshole here?
No,
So what do you think?
not really.
It's kind of funny though. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, he
I mean,
did try. I
imagine
mean,
she
she
just
was
gave
being
it-
spiteful because
She literally
she
just
wanted a
gave
fucking
him-
photo, and then
Yeah.
she did it anyway. So I think
She just
she
gave
can
him
be
his
mad
phone
at
and he just
herself,
took off.
but I don't think she can be mad at him. I don't think he's the asshole.
So here are some of the comments. Not the asshole. Some people want to learn the hard way. Info. I'm curious, pedal bike or motorcycle, just so I can get a suggestion of you running faster than the guy pedaling away or speeding away. She's ridiculous. Bicycle and right? Like, what am I going to do? Run faster than a guy on a bike? Not the asshole. I'm sure she's angry and embarrassed by it. It wasn't either of your fault. She made a mistake.
I mean,
and she thinks-
actually, it was her fault. Saying that it was neither of their fault just, like, is fucking dumb. Like, it's her fault that her phone got stolen if she gave it to someone who's clearly fucking sus, you know? God. Imagine. I wouldn't be doing
Yeah.
that. I wouldn't be giving people
Alright,
my
so
phone.
Reddit-
I love victim blaming, James.
I mean,
agree.
it was her fault.
I'm just fucking with you.
That's not victim
Really?
blaming.
They voted not the asshole on that one. So let's get into this next one. Am I the asshole for telling my son his brother deserves a spot in a tournament more than he does? My
Oh, does he
brother
suck ass?
My brother runs a local annual skateboarding tournament. Both my sons, Maxim, 17 male, and Alexis, 15 male. What? Why would you name your son Alexis?
That's not as weird as Maxim or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, these gotta be fake names. Okay, so...
Why?
both of
Alexis is a real name, Sam.
Well, Alexis is a real
Maxim
name,
is not.
yeah, but it's like, Alexis is like a more of a girl's name, though, isn't it?
There's no gender in names, Sam. That
I
shit's
guess
fucking
not,
made
but,
up.
like- Alright, so if some dude showed up and he was like, yo, what's up, I'm Bethany.
I mean, I would be like, "What's up, Bethany?"
You wouldn't think that was weird at all.
No, because I'm not fucking a judgmental piece of shit, you know?
A little weird. Like, I
Yeah.
wasn't doing
Yeah,
that.
Sam, I'm sorry that you're a fucking piece of
Oh,
shit
it's kinda-
that
Yeah,
judges
fuck you,
people
Sam, fuck
for the
you,
name.
Fuck you, fuck you. I have more to say about this actually, so fuck you, and you're gonna wait a second. Fuck you. It's not other people's. It's not Sam. It's not other people's fault that your subjective nature created these constructs. Okay, Sam.
I'm not saying it's anyone's fault. I'm just saying that I'd be like, oh, that's kind of strange. But
No, it's not, you fucking bitch!
I just go
I'm
on
gonna
and-
change my name to fucking Sarah or something and see how you feel about that.
You thought of a traditionally.
You're a
feminine
fucking
name
piece of
today,
shit!
so obviously
You are
don't
literally
think
a piece of
it's
shit!
Okay.
Okay,
I
so
guess
anyways,
I'm the asshole.
now that we've had our
Yeah, Sam's the
fucking
asshole.
ADHD explosion.
Okay, so this guy's brother runs a local skateboarding tournament. Both of his sons.
Oh, are you gonna make fun of him
fucking
too?
games.
Are you gonna make fun of him too?
Probably.
Yeah, you fucking piece of shit.
I've been participating.
You're literally
in
a piece of shit.
They were young. I'm not too knowledgeable on skating, but I love watching it and supporting them. This year's tournament is sometime next week. Maxim scored a spot.
Maxim is
but
such a bad
unfortunately-
name. Like, for real.
Fortunately, Alexis is an alternate due to a late sign-in. My fault, not his. Alexis has been showing a lot more interest in skating, and he's really eager to participate in the tournament. And Maxim's interest has been waning. He's only skated a couple times last year. A lot of this has to do with his heavy smoking. it's already had an effect on his breathing, and while he used to be super athletic, he's less inclined to do any sports now and dropped out of several clubs he used to be active in. I decided to call my brother up and told him my 17-year-old wasn't going to show up, and he could let my 15-year-old take his place. Since my 15-year-old is already an alternate, my brother's sure. And a couple days later, Maxim comes in pissed. He got a text confirming he was dropping out. And to make a long story short, he isn't. And was able to get his spot back by talking to my brother. Of course, it came out that I was the one saying that he shouldn't go. I apologized and explained I wrongfully assumed he wouldn't be interested and hasn't been for a while. He wouldn't accept my apology and started getting disrespectful. I took it for a while, but then I lost patience and told him yes, I was wrong for jumping to conclusions, but if we're being honest, his brother deserves it more. He's been working hard and staying dedicated. Maxim hasn't. He's just been up in his room coughing out a lung. We had a big fight and it did not end well. Am I accountable for what I said?
Okay.
I'm
Alright.
not gonna lie, I
No.
see the logic here.
No. Hold on. First of all, why is it any of his fucking business? And, also, I doubt smoking is the reason for all of his troubles. Like, if
That's
he's
probably
confident
true,
in his
yeah.
fucking skating, then I don't see why, like, what the fucking issue is here. Oh my god. Also, I don't know, just the way that was worded was fucking awful.
Also, so like, as some of the comments here are pointing out, like, his son is 17 and already has a fucking, like, smoking problem where he's, like, coughing regularly. He's, like, entering, like, these coughing
Yeah,
fits.
I guess you should probably stop that, huh?
Yeah, he should probably, like, help
Is
his
it
kid
is
out
it a she or a he?
judging him. It's a he.
I mean,
Okay,
I'd
yeah.
probably
You should
smoke
probably
myself
stop
to
that.
death too if I had a shitty ass father like that. I mean, technically I do, but I don't like talk to him. He's not, you know.
Yeah.
But
So
like,
this was actually reposted to a subreddit called Am
Hold
I
on.
the Devil?
hold on,
Which is
shut up.
really bad. Too.
Hold on.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Oh
okay,
my
so-
fucking god! Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ! I'm gonna end up forgetting what I'm going to say because y'all are fucking bitches, literally fucking bitches. The fact I really hate when people are like he was being disrespectful and it's just someone like telling you how it fucking is.
Yeah.
I don't fucking believe that's disrespectful. I've had that happen like multiple times. I feel like people who don't show you respect don't deserve respect themselves no matter who they are.
Yeah. I think that's accurate.
But, you know, a lot of people don't think that way, and I honestly do not give two shits what they think. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
But yeah, his kid's got fucking issues, and like he should have like probably tried to help him instead of just like being super judgmental and like like what's the word
I don't think the smoking problem's like that bad, honestly. You only live once, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, no, he's got a smoking problem. He has like these fucking coughing fits where I swear to God he's gonna like cough up his lungs, and like he just keeps like retracting from like the things that he used to love doing.
Yeah,
in life.
definitely.
Well,
wouldn't
he's
be
probably
these
fucking
depressed.
depressed, yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that.
You
probably
know,
has to do
honestly, I wasn't fully paying attention, but towards the end there, I could understand the logic. But now that I'm getting all of the information here, he's probably fucking depressed and needs help.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
his dad
I-
is just
Like,
doesn't fucking
yes, the smoking problem is probably, like, an issue, because, like, he's not really of age to be, like, making that fucking decision, but, like, a lot of people aren't, and, like, a lot of people start young, and, like, are totally fucking fine. I think it's more of he needs help getting his fucking shit looked at, like, mentally, because I don't think smoking makes someone stop doing everything that they want to do. So I think it's a problem, but I don't think that's the problem that he should be focusing on, and like making fun of him and shit for it, basically. So, yeah, I think he's the asshole.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my dad trying to force me to fucking play basketball in like some stupid ass church, even though I told him I didn't want to, like a million goddamn times.
Mm-hmm.
That was also not very good.
Okay, I like this fucking
Alright.
type. This is funny. Am I the asshole for buying my girlfriend a Caesar wrap from Jimmy John's?
What?
I, male 23, bought my girlfriend, female 21, a Caesar wrap from Jimmy John's after she told me she was hungry. And she opened the bag and saw it. She got upset, telling me it wasn't what she wanted. For more context, it's her time of the month. And she told me that she's having really bad cravings for some food.
Jesus
Something
Christ.
salty and greasy. Her words. She was talking about ordering something from McDonald's or Wendy's, but I offered to go out and pick up her lunch. She wouldn't have to pay extra for delivery and all the fees and whatnot. She told me exactly what she wanted before I left. So I swing by Jimmy John's for myself and ended up purchasing 2 Caesar wraps. When I got back home, I handed her the bag. She looked really disappointed at me and told me that that's not what she wanted. Again, she never told me what she did want, so I don't know what she expected. I just told her I'd eat it then. And she got more upset and called me an ass for getting the food I wanted without considering what she wanted. I guess I was supposed to just assume she wanted her usual from McDonald's when she was talking about craving it. Now she won't talk to me, and I've just been sitting in the kitchen eating.
That would
2
make
wraps.
more sense than going to Jimmy John's and
Yeah.
ordering.
So I guess I might be the asshole for not reading her mind and knowing she wanted something
This
else.
guy
instead.
sounds like he doesn't need a girlfriend.
But I was just trying
Yeah,
to
that's
do
kinda
something
true.
nice for her, since I know she's in pain and craving some good food. She didn't even thank me for going out. Am I the asshole? And then there's an edit here. Have any of you guys calling me an asshole actually had the Caesar wrap from Jimmy John's? It is so little croutons. And come on, the dress is a little bit oily and
Fair
it
fucking
do be
enough.
salty, but I thought it was a good new choice.
You know what? I changed my whole mind. I was gonna call him the asshole, but after reading that, oh god. She's definitely the fucking asshole. I mean, a fucking Caesar wrap from Jimmy John's? Like,
Yeah.
are you fucking kidding me? Really?
Jesus, dude, you didn't like a Caesar wrap from Jimmy John's?
Even though you said you wanted McDonald's?
You didn't like a Caesar wrap from
No,
Big Bob's
no.
Bait and Tackle?
I love how
How
he was
dare
like,
you.
she didn't actually tell me what she wanted, even though she literally said that she was craving McDonald's or Wendy's, and he clearly knew what her usual was from McDonald's, that he could have totally like went out and got it for her. Yeah, he couldn't like read her mind, but she knew like he knew exactly what she wanted, but you know he couldn't like read her mind or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I found that one weird. He's definitely the asshole, but I think that one's fucking hilarious.
Also, why post to the fucking Am I the Asshole subreddit if you're gonna get mad when people call you an asshole? Because he was like, guys, the chicken
You
is
don't understand. The Caesar wrap from
Wrap.
Big Bob's Bait
Oh,
and Tackle.
glass. It's so gas. Alright, here's another one.
It's made of 24 karat gold.
Am I the asshole for tearing my son's room inside out to make sure he wasn't hiding anything?
Yes.
16.
Yeah, I don't even think you have to. I don't even think you have to finish this one.
What
yes.
did you say? What was the title
If you
of it again?
if you invade your son's personal, well, actually, it depends on how old the kid is. If he's like a teenager and you're invading his personal fucking space because you're paranoid, then you're most definitely the fucking asshole.
Who knows? Maybe he has a reason. Maybe he's
Oh,
like
maybe.
afraid that his son joined Al Qaeda and is gonna bomb
Oh,
something.
maybe.
Okay, so let's see. Let's hear him out. My 16-year-old son has been acting very unlike himself the past 6 months. He joined Al Qaeda. No, he's usually bright, cheerful, active, full of energy, but lately he's been quieter, more subdued. It's hard
Okay,
to
so
put-
paranoid. Cool.
It's hard to put my finger on it, but something fundamental about him has changed. At first, I thought he might be struggling with some kind of personal issues, but he always maintained everything is fine. I started getting suspicious when he wouldn't stop wearing long-sleeve shirts. As you know, we're having one of the
What?
hottest summers on record, but he
Oh my
refused to abandon
God.
sleeves, even when he was sweating like hell.
The record.
Last time he was out, I went into his room and basically tore it apart, looking through closets, drawers, bookshelves, the back of the bed, clothes, everything. I didn't find any drugs or paraphernalia, so I tried to put everything back the way it was, but he came home before I finished. When he saw what I was doing, he was livid, cursing, screaming that I was invading his privacy. I
Yeah.
explained to him my concerns, but he ignored me. He said if he told me he wasn't on drugs, I should have just taken his word. I'd asked him directly if he was taking drugs a couple days before, and he denied it. I told him I'm sorry, and I had to check to be sure, not
Hey,
because
son, are you on heroin?
but because I had if he had a problem, I needed to help him. Things have been strained between us, and he's still acting odd. And on top of that, he thinks he can't trust me anymore and installed a new lock on his door.
I mean, I would have done the exact same fucking thing if I had a crazy fucking parent.
Am
Jesus
I the
Christ.
asshole for searching his room? I know
Yes.
it's an extreme
You're the
measure,
asshole for thinking that your son was on fucking heroin, so
but I couldn't think of anything else to do at that point.
I don't fucking care. You shouldn't have fucking thought that in the first fucking place. Nobody
Yeah,
does that.
you shouldn't
shit.
invade someone's fucking personal space, even if they're your fucking like child. You're fucking depressed. I don't know. Sam's a little fucking bitch. I don't think Sam's depressed.
Why don't you think I'm depressed?
Because you're a fucking little bitch. That's what I just said.
Little bitches can't be depressed.
Yeah. That's
He's
right.
depressed. He's depressed about being a little bitch.
Alright.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for making my brother move out after he told me he uses the sink to pee?
No.
No.
No, absolutely not.
Scissors.
I don't think you have to read this one. I don't want to hear about him pissing in the sink, Sam.
No, come on.
No, find another one. Find
let's
another
move
one,
on,
please.
Sam.
Find another one?
It's
Yes.
obvious. It's obvious.
It's obvious.
We need a gray area, Sam, to make me and James really think. I get it. It's hard for you to
Yeah,
think.
we
But me and James
need
need
a
a
more
gray
controversial one so we can
Yeah.
fucking like look even worse than we do.
Yeah, man.
No.
Make us look like pieces of shit. Jesus
Oh god.
Christ.
This is
Am I the asshole?
this
Can we
episode
end
has
this
went.
and restart, please?
It's live, Malachi. There is no restart.
Oh my god. Who's watching?
One person.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
This
cool.
one person's gonna think so poorly of us.
About using our communal shot glasses to clean her piercings. Hello all. So I've noticed my roommate has been frequently using our 6 out of the 7 being mine shot glasses to use saline solution to clean/saline soak her pierced nipples. The whole
What? Restart? I'm sorry. Fuck did I just hear?
No, I think he's the asshole. I mean, I wouldn't be.
Can you
caring,
restart?
you know?
Because I'm curious now.
Hello all. I've noticed my roommate has frequently been using our 6 out of the 10 being mine shot glasses to use a saline solution to clean/saline soak her pierced nipples. The
Oh.
whole
Yeah, I think
inside
he's the asshole. I would have let her. You know what? Never mind.
is contaminated with nipple
That's
piercing.
what you fucking would have, James. God
So
Is this a bad time to say that I think that the government doesn't put enough money towards mental health?
I think that we're kind of like a case study in this.
damn. Yeah, true.
No, like for real, like all jokes aside,
Yes,
I
but
don't.
This is what you shouldn't do on a podcast.
I think the government.
Talk about horrible shit.
I think the government doesn't like put enough money. Like it's kind of just a laughing stock. Like people just think mental health is just a fucking joke. Like when you try to call off for like I don't know, fucking work because of like mental health, they'll just fucking scoff and laugh at you basically, and be
Yeah,
like, "Well, you
so
better
I
fucking
don't-
get here."
I don't know if you heard about this, but something that's actually really cool about Baltimore is I'm like almost 100% sure that it is now illegal. Like every fucking employee literally has to have at least one mental health day that they can take off if they need it. I'm pretty sure.
It should
That's
be
cool.
more than one, honestly.
I mean, at least one was the bottom line.
Yeah, that's actually a good change.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like
Yeah.
if schools
I
had
think that
more
that's
like
the thing.
education towards
look it
like good coping mechanisms and shit,
Mhm.
then because you know parents can't fucking like someone else has to do the parenting because fucking parents suck ass. But I don't know. A lot of people. I mean, it would also help if we had like everyone had like a mandatory, like they had to take a parenting class, so you don't have the excuse of like, oh, my mom didn't fucking teach me how to parent, so like I have an excuse of being a fucking piece of shit to my children.
Yeah.
Also, I never think it's okay to yell and shit in front of your kids, like at all.
Mhm.
Alright, I think that clears up some of our previous conversations now.
So
Yeah.
basically, every employee has to get like sick and leave off, and one of the stipulations is to care for or treat the employee's mental or physical illness, injury, or condition. So it includes mental health.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I don't really feel bad about what we said up, like, on the podcast, because, again, it was, you know, a big old
The
goof.
podcast's over.
Yeah.
Well, no. Plus, I feel like if anyone's looking for like to us for advice,
Yeah, they should probably not.
So the podcast.
Like,
is
we
over.
can't even get help ourselves. Why do you think we would be able to help you?
Is it over or not?
No!
It's not
Jesus
over.
fucking Christ, it's not over! Ah! Be on YouTube!
it's already on YouTube. It's
Oh my god! Shut up! This is the best
Alright,
episode
anyways.
so far, guys. This is really good.
Oh my god. Is there anything else you want to do? Do you want me to read another fucking post or do you, like?
no. Oh god, can we just play a game?
Yeah, yeah.